About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Patterson on the draw.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Well, Charles, I know you were part of some pretty good teams as a player, so you've been in some games like this where you've got a sizable lead late. What an enjoyable thing it must be for them. Dejection on the other sideline, but after that pick 6, man, this advantage just continues to grow and grow.
It certainly does. Simply absolute dominance from them out there. No matter which unit they send out on the field, everyone participating, everyone helping this victory.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Here we go, back.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Again, Patterson.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Trying to run it with Patterson.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try to meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Fielded just outside the goal line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's the backup Mariota.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. Another try for Mixon.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in return percent, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.